Phone minimalism. Let's make a video about it. Ever since I started to try to implement more minimalist practices into my life, my phone has been a big area which I have tried to take back the most control over. I definitely struggled for quite some time finding a good relationship with my phone, with browsing social media, with the amount of apps that I have, running out of storage space, and just what it means to have a magic rectangle in your pocket that allows you to communicate with the entire world, but also not letting it become something that is just a tool for distraction. I think this all started the other week because I just got so distracted by Facebook and so fed up with it that I deleted the app altogether. I would check Facebook multiple times a day. By time I'm done with it, I always felt exhausted. Like it absolutely was only being used as a distraction for me, where something like Instagram, where it allows me to feel a little bit closer to my friends and my relationships, at least I feel like I've gotten something out of it after I'm done using it. So I don't know, already you can probably tell that I'm a bit all over the place with my relationship with my phone and fully implementing minimalist practices with it. I have a couple of oddball tasks that I've been meaning to do with my phone, and I think I'm gonna go through them today. So let's get started. Yeah. So I'm going to start just by deleting some of the apps that I don't find myself using all too often. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think this is going to take too long. All right, look at that. So now that I have a bunch of apps deleted, there was something that I've been thinking about for a little bit now, which I kind of want to try setting up today. That is kind of changing the way that I use Instagram. I want my main personal Instagram to be the one that I use to follow all my friends and communicate with them, but I want to create a separate account that I use just for viewing content that from accounts that I don't necessarily plan on communicating with, or that I don't know from real life. What I hope that does for me is allow me to choose what kind of experience that I'm looking for on Instagram. Like some days getting bombarded by all the extra content just overwhelms me. It's that I think that is contributing to a sense of overstimulation. So if I can be able to open up Instagram and choose what kind of experience I want to have in that moment, I think that's going to help with that quite a bit. Let's figure it out, shall we? Damn it. There we go. There we go. All right, let's search for Kaya Dave. There we are. $158 pages that I am now following on this other account, and 158 pages that I am going to delete on my other account. So let's take a look at that now. So where do we end up? I am now only following still 224 pages, which I think is a lot. Honestly, I was expecting maybe to end up with like 150. Something that I'm noticing already is that there is significantly less content on my feed. I haven't seen that I am all caught up in I don't know when the last time I saw that, honestly. So maybe by downsizing the amount of pages that I've liked will actually spare me from doom scrolling. It will spare me from spending way too much time on Instagram because it just doesn't end. Maybe once it does end, that's when I can more effectively tell myself, all right, we're done. Get up, we're moving on. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I am not looking forward to this next part. This is something that I've done a few times so far in the past few years. And it's come time that I should do it again and really try to get it under control this time. I'm going to go through and minimize my music library, applying the same minimalist practices I've tried to implement in every other corner of my life. The other times that I've done this, it has taken me days. Not even because of how much music I have on my phone, but because of how paralyzed I get when trying to make some of these choices. Well, I am taking a new approach. The part where this matters to me is when I am driving and I have my music on shuffle. Yeah, I don't think I'm in the minority when you put your music on shuffle and it's just a mess of stuff and you're skipping and skipping and skipping and skipping and skipping until you find like the one thing that you like. And the approach I'm taking to do that is if I see a song, an album, an artist that I only associate with skipping when they come on shuffle, to hell with them. They're getting deleted. The reason it's been so hard for me to do this in the past is because I get way too sentimental with some of the stuff that I have saved, or I justify keeping them for just in case I feel like listening to them. Like Dragon Force. I think I'm going to be here for a while. Oh my god. That took me 2 hours. No breaks. I have a bagel stuck in my teeth. So I just ate a bagel because I forgot to eat lunch. Honestly, that took me shorter than I anticipated. I think one of the reasons that it only took me 2 hours was because I was just in such like a fuck it kind of mindset where I was just like deleting everything, like anything that I would associate with, oh my god, I've skipped this way too many times, anything that I was just like, I didn't even know why it was there. I know that it was in my library for so long and never got played. So now the total number of songs on my phone is 2,158, which is not a low number by any means, but it's not where it was. Why did doing this exhaust me so much? It sucked seeing years and years of accumulated music just have to get deleted because I was not able to pay attention to it while it was there. The reason that it was there to begin with was so that I could pay attention to it, was that, so I could eventually listen to it and get into it, and the exact opposite happened. I'm going to be intentional with the music that I add, and when I do, I'm going to commit to actually giving it a couple listens, and if it's not doing it for me, then I can delete it then and there. This was kind of rough, but it had to be done, and I'm glad I did it this way. So it's been a few days now since I downsized the amount of stuff on my phone, and wow, honestly, what a difference it's made. Of the 3 things that I did, the deleting apps, reorganizing Instagram, and getting my music library under control, I really think changing around Instagram has affected me the most, but that is in part with my snap decision to delete the Facebook app a few days ago. So right now it's just Instagram on my phone, and even though I have the separate account with all of the other pages that I follow, I haven't touched it once. And honestly, I've barely been on Instagram at all in the past few days. Facebook is still off of my phone. I've checked in maybe every couple days or so using my internet browser on my computer like it's 2010. And guess what? I'm not missing anything. But more importantly, I don't miss having it on my phone at all. Anything that I could want out of a social media distraction, I can get through Instagram now. And when I do use Instagram as a distraction, I feel like I'm distracting myself with positive moments of my friends' lives, not companies or celebrities. What's that Bo Burnham lyric again? I made you some content. Daddy made you your favorite. Open wide. Here comes the content. That's what I meant to articulate there, and I couldn't remember the lyrics. So yeah, I highly recommend doing that to Instagram for anybody who's looking for a more wholesome, I don't know why that's the word that comes to my mind, wholesome social media experience. And if you can delete Facebook from your phone, if you're just using it to distract yourself, I promise you're not going to miss it. So that's pretty much it. Moral of the story: downsize your phone. There's plenty of resources out there that will tell you how to do that. I already felt like I was doing so much of that, and there were a couple of oddball tasks that I had left to do to really maintain that minimalist phone usage. So once you've done the steps that everybody else is recommending and describing, it's your phone. You're in control. You know what you want out of it. Make those next steps yourselves. Cool.